Hello and welcome back everybody to another All the Mods Kryllyk Edition Kryllyk Pack. If you guys want to download it, it is available. Just search Kryllyk Pack in the Curse server. That's where it is. So, anyways, as you can see, a couple things have changed and or updated in the base here. And one of those things is this. Exactly this right here. Not you there. You come with me. Oh God. Oh dear, I put it in the wrong spot. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know if I can actually put it in the right spot, to be honest, but that's fine. We'll put it there for now. Okay. So we have still the thermal evaporation setup here, and we're up to now 1.34 millibuckets per tick. And the reason being is I made a little adjustment here, and I installed a resistive heater, which is using up some power. But then it's piping in heat into this guy so that we have a higher heat temperature, which is producing more brine at a faster rate. All right. Now I could add more. I think they can stack up, as far as I know. But yeah, so 1.33 millibuckets per tick. It's pretty good. So we're actually gaining some hydrogen chloride and some chlorine here from the brine. All right, so we're good to go there. We also, of course, have oxygen and hydrogen and all that stuff ready to go. Over here, I placed these down just to get a little bit more plastic, and I've disconnected them in the meantime for now. And yeah, so the system is working pretty good. We've caught up, for the most part, on everything. And it seems to be functioning okay. It's okay. The next thing that you guys probably noticed is this beautiful staircase that I built over here. Into this beautiful staircase that I built over here. Into this beautiful staircase. And into our beautiful room that I made up here. Indeed. Now this is going to be our storage room. This is where most of the action is going to be stored. All right, or at least that's my plan. Now, what are we going to store it in? I think we're going to try a mod that I haven't tried before. And I know it had bugs a while ago, and I know that it still maybe has a few bugs, but it is, oopsies, I alt-tabbed by accident. But it has, as far as I know, mostly been fixed up quite a bit. So we are going to work with refined storage. Yes, indeed. Refined storage is very good. It's kind of like an Applied Energistics 1, if that makes sense, to a certain extent. There's a few things definitely that are different. There's a few things that don't work the exact same way. But I want to try to come up with at least a few ideas to make it work for us. Now, one of the main things that you'll see here is the controller. This guy is kind of the brains of everything as far as I'm aware, and we need some quartz enriched iron. So quartz enriched iron is pretty easy. Iron with some quartz. Okay, we should be able to do this. Indeed, there's some quartz. You know what, I'm going to get a decent amount of this because yeah, there's gonna be quite a bit used. So let's get the full stack, right? So one stack of these equals, one of those. Yeah. So a stack and a bit. That should work for now. At least for the time being. Now we're going to need some of these machine casings, and I'm trying to remember. I think most of these things require them as well. Yeah, pretty much all of them do. Okay, that's fine. Except for that. Okay, good to know. So let's get our controller. So this is one of the first steps. I'm going to make just a few of these machine casings because I have a feeling we're going to need them all in due time. And then we're going to need some silicon and a diamond. Okay, that's actually pretty cheap, all things considered. Silicon, let's see. I'm pretty sure I have a decent amount of this. Let's do this quickly. We'll smelt up some redstone, and then that way we can, let's see. I think we can sag mill it to get some silicon. So let's do that. Good. Good, good, good. Oh, man. Big things. Big things are coming. I wish I could tell you more, but you guys will find out soon enough. But yeah, I'm getting pretty excited. September and October are going to be phenomenal. That's the main thing that I can say. Absolutely phenomenal. And I expect, or I'm going to be trying to get pretty much on target of a video every single day again. So yeah, big things. Big things. All right, let's get some more power cables. Just for now. Those will do probably not enough, but that's okay. We have more silicon. Good. Good. Okay. I'm sure it'll be needed anyways. Oh, look at that. New people joining. Love it. So we're going to need to run power up to there, which is kind of a hassle, but I'm thinking we'll run it from over here and up and over. But for right now, I want to set up our controller in a good spot. And what I'm thinking is we can go pretty straightforward. Now, controller, I believe, is like the brains. It's like the, oh man, see, I've already forgotten half the things and what they're called from Applied Energistics. See that? The ME controller is what this basically resembles. All right, so I'm going to place this guy down right like so. Perfect. Now it does need power, so we are going to need to run that power over right away here. I should have enough room, which is good. But what I'm thinking is, let's get an actual... You know, I just thought about it. So instead of the cable, maybe we should get one of the entangloporters and set it up for power. That might be a good idea. You guys have seen me make these, so I'm going to quickly make a couple of quantum entangloporters, and we'll be back once we have power up in the storage room. Alright, so quantum entangloporters get. Very nice. Oh, I also moved the energy cube. I forgot to mention that over to here. I've noticed, I'm not sure if this is actually a thing or not, but at least for me, mechanism pipes tend to fail. This just in. But I've noticed that if I only have the 3 here, they don't seem to fail when leaving an energy cube, at least for me. That's probably incorrect. I'm probably saying things incorrectly, but that's okay. No, we want input? What? Energy? Energy input? Yeah. Why isn't it inputting? Private. Power. Check. Get. Okay, there we go. Now we got power in that thing. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Alright, so there's our power setup. I guess it doesn't connect until you select a channel. That's good to know, though. Alright, and this guy is going to go right underneath there. We are going to set up the configuration for output out the top with auto eject. I'm not sure if that actually matters or not, but we're going to do it anyways. And we're going to set it to power, and we have power. Excellent. So our controller has power. Beautiful. Nailed it. All right, so that's the first step. We have power to our controller, and it is working. By the way, don't mind the FPS stuff. I'm pretty sure it's the thermal evaporation chamber, and I can pretty much prove it. 17 FPS while looking at it. As soon as you turn away, it climbs slowly but surely, and if you look completely away from it and you move away from it, it should go a little bit higher. Yeah. So, that's a thing. That's a thing that's going on. Anyways, so we need to make as much brine as possible. All right. Next thing that we need, we got some more of those. Good, good, good. Lots of little things. So let's get back to the refined storage stuff. Refined. Beautiful. The next one that I want to get is the solderer. Solderer. I think it's solderer, right? And for that, we're going to need a couple of sticky pistons. Oh, dang. I am out of cobble, of course. Okay, let's get those. Let's get a few slime balls because we have them. I don't believe I have any wood lying around out here. Let's head on over to our current storage area. Oh man, that FPS thing is bad. I might have to like disconnect that thing. Not good. Not good, ladies and gentlemen. Not good at all. So we need that and another bit of those. Okay, so that should give us the pistons. Good. And then we can make them sticky. And we should be able to make the solder. Very nice. Now, the solderer is something that's not, you're probably not familiar with. I think it's a block that was made up for this mod for different reasons. All right. Now, this guy is pretty sweet in the form that this is what makes all of your circuits. So this is like your inscriber for those of you that are familiar with AE2. So this is how you start to make your disk drives. So you need the 1K storage part, okay? And then as you progress on, as you can see, the basic is easy. You can get that very easily, but the 4K requires these basic processors, which requires a printed basic processor, redstone, and printed silicon, which requires the solderer as well to make, okay? So this is where you get into the difficulties, where you need the processors and all that kind of stuff, all right? So, yeah, diamond, gold, and iron seems to be the tiers. Now, it doesn't seem very expensive, does it? Like, a few diamonds? That's not bad. That's basically nothing. Yeah, that's pretty much nothing. So, let's work to get some of that up and operational. Now, we need a... Where is it here? I'd like to get a crafting grid, I think it is. Crafting monitor, pattern grid, crafting grid, which is a grid plus an advanced processor plus a crafting table. All right, so a grid is some improved... a destruction core and a construction core, which is, I believe, just a couple of processors. Yeah, both basic, okay. And 2 improved processors, which is gold. All right, so we need a grid, and then we're going to change that into a crafting grid with an advanced processor, which is diamond. So it looks like we're going to need 2 basics, 2 advanced, and 1 of the diamond ones, right? Yeah, 1 of the advanced. What did I say? Improved. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. So we need 2 of those. We're going to need 2 of these. Very good. Excellent. And 1 diamond. So that's going to be our setup for that. And then we also are going to need, what is that, 5 silicon? I believe so. I believe so. So let's head on up and give this solder a quick try. So first things first, we need to solder up some iron. Oh, that's kind of weird. It has to go in the middle. Okay, that's interesting. That's noted. Very much noted. Sorry, just having a drink. It's fine. It's fine. So shift right clicking really isn't that great with this device. All right, good to know. Maybe we'll look to automate these up at some point as well. But for right now, it's going to do the job for us. As you can see in the controller here, it's using 3 refined storage per tick, whatever that means. And you have the 1 solderer connected to the system. All right. So these are all of the items that we're going to need to make our grid. We have the quartz enriched iron. We have the machine casing. I believe it was... So we're going to need those. We'll put those. Oh, no, we need to do the printed silicon first. All right. So we got that. We got that. Crafting grid. We're going to need a crafting table. And what does this require? Glowstone and quartz. All right. Let's get some glowstone and quartz and a crafting table done up. Really? Really? Really, Slime Boots? I'm about ready to get rid of you. Simple as that. So glowstone, good, and quartz, there we go. That'll be that problem. And, of course, wood, which is still kind of an issue, not going to lie. 1, 2, 3, 4, for a crafting table, like so. And you know what, while I'm here, just Get out of my inventory, please. Thank you. I do not have room for all of you. Okay, good enough. Good enough. All right. Sweet. Okay, so we should, by theory, have everything that we need to get that crafting grid right off the get-go here and at least get started on our system. So there's our printed silicon. We needed 5 redstone. Okay, and we can start these guys up. So, yeah, probably getting a few of these solderers is probably a pretty good idea. There also is cable, which requires some of that quartz enriched iron. That's like your ME cabling and all that kind of stuff. There's importers, exporters, storage buses, constructors, destructors, which are like the things that place and break formation planes. That's what they're called. As well as a few other good things. There's also wireless, which I definitely want to get. We definitely are wanting some wireless action for our base. And I'm pretty sure, oh yes, there is auto storage as well. We also need to get ourselves a disk drive, which is another advanced processor, which I probably should have prepared. I guess I'll go get those items while I'm waiting, right? Might as well. So we're going to need another silicon. We're going to need another diamond. Pretty straightforward. Standard applied energistics style of stuff. Now, I've left this wall open for the most part because I want to leave my options open to also use some storage drawers if required. So we could do a storage drawer for our bulk storage here, and I think that's going to be a good way to go. So we could kind of do like 3 up here and 2 up there. Oh God, we're not centered. It's fine. Ignore it. It's an even number anyways. So we're going to have to put something on this side and then have a 3 gap in the middle, which will have all of our panels and everything ready to go. That's my plan now. See? I'm smart. We got it. We got it. All right. Okay, that is like that. Good. Let's get this done and this done. Okay. Now we need the basics. And one of these is going to become the construction core, and one is going to become the destruction core. Those 2 items should be what get us our grid, along with the improved processors. Good. And then we have the advanced to solder up afterwards. So let's get on down to a crafting table here, because I don't have any up there yet. So boom, there is our grid. Excellent. That's the first step. And we also needed the disk drive, which is machine, chest, and an advanced. All right. I need to get a chest. All right. So chest obtained. Good. So that's going to be a machine casing with that. This should get us the disk drive itself. This is basically where you store your storage disks. Makes sense, right? Now, I'm thinking we might as well go straight to the 64K because the cost really isn't that bad. I guess it is. It is still pretty bad. It's let's go 16. Yeah, let's go 16. So we're going to need some 4Ks, etc., etc. Then we need the grid with that and the crafting table, and that should get us the crafting grid. All right. That can be removed. We are going to need the disk drive. I kind of want the crafting grid here first. We'll do that first. We're also probably wanting to get a processing pattern encoder. That will be the setup for our auto crafting as well. So, crafting grid right on top. Good. That's going to have our access. This should all look pretty familiar to you all, as it's pretty straightforward. Pretty much the exact same as applied energistics. So we're good to go there. We have access to it. In the back here, I'm just going to remove a little bit and see. Now you can see we're using 7 RS per tick. Again, not exactly sure what that means, but it's one of those things. All right, sort by quantity because that's what I like to do. I think for right now, our next step is to get the storage disks and transfer all of our storage over here. What I also think I'm going to do, I think I've thought about it, and I'm going to set up, Yeah, I think I'm going to do storage drawers. I really think I'm going to do storage drawers for the items, because the medium and large storage crate I don't think are working at the moment. And they do store a decent amount, but not as much as storage drawers. So let's get a few storage drawers up and running, which means we need to get the frame drawer. Yeah, that guy there, which is chest and sticks, etc. So I'm going to get a whole bunch of those. We still have our crafting set up over here for the redwood and all that kind of stuff. Actually, do I have any redwood left? Acacia. Uh-oh. We might be out of redwood. We might be out of redwood. Anyways, I'm going to get this thing worked on. Alright, so we're in the process of getting ourselves a drawer controller here and setting up our drawers appropriately. So, let's get the items that we need. I already have most of it. I think I only just need some smooth stone, which is very easy for me to get because I have a whole bunch of it right here. Look at us go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. This is going to get us the comparators. Excellent. And then the drawer controller itself. Now, we're missing another 5 smooth stone. Again, very easy for us. But we're also missing one of the drawers. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is just a basic drawer of some type. So let's quickly just get ourselves another chest. Good. And does this work with the redwood? I don't know. Yeah, it gets us the basic one, which is perfect for this. Good. There is our drawer controller. Okay, now I also need to get some of that trim. I think I had some from before. I do. Excellent. Alright, so trim is going to be very useful for us as well in this setup, because I'm hiding everything, basically. So I might even need to get more trim. But as you can see, I have the drawers set up here. We have, of course, our crafting grid and whatnot right there. Now, what I would like to do is I need to connect these drawer systems together. Alright? And still have enough room for everything else. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up a little bit of extra room underneath here, because I'm pretty sure we have it. Not quite, eh? Okay. This is going to be tight. This is going to be a tight fit. Alright. But basically what's going to happen here is we are going to have a drawer controller. Sadly, we can't put it in the middle. You know what? What about right up there? That might work just fine, actually. Yeah, we're going to do a drawer controller right like so. And then these are going to connect to the sides like that. And then I need to do trim and another drawer for the other side. And that'll control all of those drawers. And then we'll also have the control... No, that won't work. That won't work. That will not work. Okay. Because we need to have storage buses on these things. So we need to have access to one of the sides of the drawer. And the back side is probably the best one. Now, what happens if we remove this? Okay, that shows that coming through. But if we then just do this... And we'll remove this one as well. I want to see how this looks on the outside. Because this would potentially work for us. Yeah, that's not bad. It kind of blends in. And what we can do is we can do the same thing over here. And just kind of make it more solid. That'll work just fine. Okay, good. Alright, so that should allow us to... get the correct trim and everything to where we need it to go. So we need this to be like that, and then we're going to go vertical with it. And of course I have this lamp in the way. Oh man, I tell you. So we're going to go vertical with it, and then we're going to come up and over and attach it to the proper systems. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's do it. Alright, so that's going to come up. And then it can go over like so. Good. And good. Okay. So I got a bit of work to do. There's definitely some trim and stuff that needs to be handled. Also, this light is kind of a hassle. Let's just place it right up there. That should be out of the way, I think. And, of course, the stairs down below, we're going to have to make sure we're good to go there, too. So we don't want to have problems, basically. Now, can we do frame trim? We cannot. Okay. So we need to do just regular drawers or regular trim. Okay. Well, it is what it is. So let me get the stuff. All right. Well, remember how I said there's no frame trim? I lied. There's frame trim. It is what it is. I just apparently couldn't see it. It's fine. So what we have here is we have frame trim right there. So now we can connect up the framing like so. And this is frame trim right there. Good. That should be fully connected now. I've also got some upgrade templates here. And for that, I'm going to get a key for the storage drawers to lock everything up. So 1, 2, good. This will be our locking key. Very nice. Let's find it there. There it is. Perfect. Okay, drawer key. Beautiful. Now, what I want to do is I want to bring some of our basics up there, right? So all of our cobble and all that kind of stuff, we are going to take with the moving wand and take it up to that base or to that area and start to distribute it throughout the barrels, all right? So, or the drawers. So, for example, a simple one, cobblestone. Yes, indeed. Cobble is a big one, and I want to have it right there. So there's all of our cobble, and then I'm going to lock all of these drawers, all right, so that we are good and set up. One other way that you can do it is by right-clicking on the drawer controller, and that's also a good test to make sure that we're actually connected, which we are, and that is great. I'm going to change these out just because I can. I have the extra frame trim, so I might as well connect it up properly and making it look good with all the same type of material. So just like that. Okay, we can do another quick test, make sure. Boom, boom. Yeah, okay, we're locked. We're locked and loaded. Perfect. So now all that we have to do with the cobblestone is simply double click on that and it should go in the appropriate place. Beautiful. Now, of course, you need Wayla on. The one probe doesn't show you the amount that's in the drawer, which is kind of annoying actually, but it's not too big of a deal. We also use a lot of regular stone, so that's going to go in there. Let's see what else. We need the andesite, the diorite, and the granite. So we'll put that away. We need our andesite. We'll put that guy there. We need our granite. Ew, ugly. And diorite. Okay, good. Those are some more blocks. We need sand and gravel. All right, gravel. We'll keep the gray tones over to there, and then we'll put the sand over here. Is there any other major block that we're going to probably have a whole bunch of? You know what? I'm not thinking so. I'm going to grab the other crate and double check that, but these will be our mass storage ones. So we can also upgrade them to store more and all that kind of stuff. But basically, once we get this thing set up, I want to be able to break these crates and store almost everything away. Alright, so we're pretty much at wrapping up point here. And a couple things. I made a few processors and I made another 2 solderers here just to have. And equally, I'm starting my way on some 1K storage parts. As you can see, all the drawers are pretty much filled up. These guys do have upgrades in them, just because of the sheer amount of resources that we had of stone and cobble, which is great. But yeah, and then all the rest of our storage is up here, ready to be placed into our refined storage system. So let's, without further ado, get some of this ready to go. Now there's no shift clicking out of here, which is kind of annoying. I'm not sure if there's a way to fix that or not. But anyways, definitely a bit of a setback. The other thing too is you can't shift click things in here. So for example, that it's not seeming to let me shift right click into the crafting grid, but that's okay. Small little semantics. So we have the 1K storage parts to get the 1K storage disk, but I think we're going to work our way up to the 16 times. And again, can't do the quick thing, so away we go. I don't know if I made enough. I'm just realizing that now. Some quartz enriched, and then these guys on the corner. All right, good, good. What goes in the middle? Redstone. Redstone. All right, 3. Okay, we got enough. We're fine. We're fine. No big deal. We got a few spares, too. So then we're going to look to get to the 16K, which is these guys. We got a piece of redstone, these guys, and another quartz there. So that's going to give us our 16K, our first 16K. And then we got redstone, quartz, and some glass. All right, 3 redstone. Got some quartz. That gives you a blank storage housing, but once you place in that, it gives us the 16K. All right, now we're going to install this as the disk drive. There we go. Not sure what that was. It's fine. And this is how full it is and all that kind of stuff. So, by theory, we should be able to now place items in there. Indeed. And it'll tell you that you're now at 9 of 16,000 in that system. So most of our good stuff now is going to go in this system and start to fill it up, along with a lot of our fundamentals from the mod itself. And this is going to be the start of our setup. I think that's basically it. So we got to, of course, take all this stuff and put it into the system. We got a lot of little things that we need to work on. I need to get more storage up and available, as well as a lot of other things, including all of our resources still downstairs for our metals chest. But as you can see, we start to fill this up. We're now at 770 out of 16,000. Pretty slick, pretty slick. The 64Ks are definitely the way to go, I think, for this. But for right now, why does that not work anymore? The shift double click. I don't know. I don't get it. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, so much cleaner down here. We are going to clean this up here. And I'll see you guys next episode when we hopefully have the storage system in operation. I think from here, we're now at the point where we need to set up the automation of ores to come down here, as well as the output to get back into the storage, and all the other little things that go with that. And the other thing too is I'm going to need access to these terminals down here as well. I don't want to just be limited to my storage room and having to run up the stairs to get here. A couple other things that I wouldn't mind doing. There's things like the travel anchors and stuff like that that I would love to start getting in place so that we can move around a little bit faster in our own base. So anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you all so much. Really do appreciate the love and support. Slap that like button. Tell your friends. That's a great way to help out. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.